Long ago, when people still believed the stars were fixed in the heavens and the earth sat proudly at the center of the universe, a man named Galileo Galilei dared to ask, what if everything we know is wrong? Born in Pisa, Italy in 1564, Galileo wasn't just a scientist. He was a rebel, a dreamer, a man who believed that the universe had a language, and that language was mathematics. As a boy, he loved to ask questions. Why do objects fall? Why does the moon change shape? Why do ships disappear bottom first over the horizon? One day, he watched a chandelier swinging in church and noticed something strange. No matter how big or small the swing, it seemed to take the same amount of time. That observation would lead to his invention of the pendulum clock, but Galileo had much bigger things to discover. In his time, most people believed Earth was the center of the universe. The idea came from a man named Ptolemy and had been trusted for over 1,400 years. Questioning that idea was dangerous, even considered a crime. Then came Galileo's greatest tool, the telescope. He didn't invent it, but he greatly improved it. While others used it to look at ships, Galileo pointed it at the sky, and what he saw shook the world. Telescope he saw moons orbiting Jupiter, proving not everything revolved around Earth. Waning gibbous moon, he saw craters and mountains on the moon, showing the heavens weren't perfect. Milky Way, he saw countless stars in the Milky Way, invisible to the naked eye. Sun, and he realized, Earth revolves around the sun, not the other way around. This idea, called heliocentrism, was first suggested by Copernicus, but no one had ever provided real proof, until Galileo. His findings were printed in books, his lectures drew crowds, people were amazed. But the church was not pleased. In 1616, he was warned to stop spreading heliocentric ideas. In 1632, he published a bold book called Dialogue Concerning the Two Chief World Systems, where he defended the sun-centered model and mocked those who opposed it. That was the last straw. Galileo was summoned to Rome, put on trial for heresy, and forced to publicly deny his belief that Earth moved. Legend says, after he was forced to say the Earth stood still, he muttered under his breath, "Epper si muove, and yet it moves." He was sentenced to house arrest for life. He spent his remaining years confined, but never stopped thinking, writing, and exploring the universe through math and thought. Even in his blindness, he wrote some of his most important works, laying the foundations of modern physics. Years later, the world would realize Galileo was right, and today he is known as the father of modern science. Brain fun fact: Galileo's fingers are still on display in museums in Italy, a strange tribute to a man who pointed at the stars and changed history forever.